Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Hanz here, and welcome to a different type of video. Today, as I was getting my morning dose of black leather recoloring balm and terrorizing local communities, I got a notification. A notification from Twitter. Fivenightsinanime Spooky Edition. I actually replied to a tweet I left on one of their art pieces. So I actually chatted up with them on Discord a little bit, just so we can coordinate everything, and I'm going to have an interview with them as well, as you'll see later in the video. The first section you're going to see is my first ever impression, actually fully looking through everything. It may not be the best analysis, it may not be the most in-depth analysis, but anyways, on with the video. Today I am on Twitter. You can follow me at CPL_Hanz, wink wink. And today is, oh shit, I messed up my green screen, no! And today we are on the Twitter page of Fivenightsinanime Spooky Edition, a terrifying VR Fivenightsinanime fan game. That sounds fun as sh. But either way, I was looking, I'm scrolling right now, but you're going to be zoomed in on me because, again, I want to be respectful. I'm going to do mainly the thing that I think is okay to show. I'm going to also keep everything over here as well. Voice crack. Fnia SP Night 5 a.m., which is honestly the most butthole puckering part of the entire game. I can vouch for that. It's so stupid. Oh! Yes! Oh my gosh! So I was looking through all the comics and some of the lore. So one little thing that did kind of took me a hot second is that the ghosts they're not necessarily color coordinated with the actual color of the animatronics. Like Bonnie has the red one, Foxy has the yellow one, Chica has the pink one, and Freddy has the purple one that has chains connected to it. And I'm pretty sure Mangle, she doesn't have any on this piece of art, but on another thing, she looks like she has a green one that's kind of like hovering around her or something, but I don't know if that's something different, because I have a lower IQ than a potato being tossed in a deep fryer. I don't want to make too many assumptions. We're going to start from left to right. First of all, we got, Chica here. She's trying to open the door. I really hope they don't break the glass in the actual game. That would literally make me my pants. You're just like, oh, phew, I'm safe. And it's just like, boom! Also, you see the tendrils? This is from the Night Marionette, or the Reaper. We got Freddy, obviously, trying to kill the security guard, Mike Schmidt. We have Mr. Gold here. I'm not really necessarily sure on what this character is or is doing. We obviously have William Afton, purple guy. Anyways, we have Shadow Fredbear, or I forgot the name already, which is a character that's actually a good person, but is kind of has a crush on Mike Schmidt. Basically, works in purgatory, brings him back to life. Huge crush. In a nutshell. One part that kind of has me scratching whatever hairs I have on my chinny chin is Mangle. She has nobody surrounding her, like no spirits or souls or ghosts. She's hiding in the shadows, kind of just away from the action. Which makes me think, is she a helpful character? Like Helpy? But again, I don't really know much on the lore of these characters. Then of course we have the best character in the game, Matt. A ghost is awakened. What did you do? Your mom. Pretty. No, I'm just kidding. It's a really cool concept in VR. Because Five Nights at Freddy's has been done. But Five Nights in Anime was always just kind of like a fan game type thing, and honestly, I haven't really seen anything about one of these being in VR until now. I am really, really excited. I have high hopes that this game is going to be baller. Here it is. And brighten it up. Now, I don't know how bright it is for you guys, but that's purple guy. Oh, shoot. Is he, wait, did he do something to Mangle? Oh, you don't mess with Mangle. I wonder. So I wonder, in the beginning, is she gonna be like a good character, but then like this purple guy do something to her? But she has the green eyes. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I've seen that green hue somewhere before, like the glow. I just hit my microphone. I'm a dumbass.
Certified dumbass. Get it right.
See? The glow. That's the same color as the eyes, right? My brain hurts. How we doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
So, what would you like me to call you by? Like SpaceBear, just Space?
What any of those options is fine.
Alright, I might just call you Bear.
All right, sure. Most
Alright.
people call me Bear.
One of the first questions I have right now. So, what got you interested into the Fnia, like, fan base?
It actually all started because originally I wasn't a fan of Fnia, and I was a lot like the other people. I thought, oh well, it's weird. Why did they make the jump scares like they did, etc., etc. But but I didn't hate it. I thought it was odd, but I didn't hate it. Because I could appreciate that it was well made at least. And so when Fazbear Fanverse came around, I made the running joke of what if Finia was added to the fanverse, and I made this little comic on Reddit about like Scott, and he's setting up his like camera set and all that, getting ready for the big reveal, and then a Finia character was sneaking onto the set for this reveal, and then he kicks them out of the set, and that was the comic. And anyway, Marisu ended up reacting to that comic in his video about the fanverse, and he seemed to really like it, and he thought it was very funny, and that was just the point where I thought, these people, these YouTubers, they're actual people. I can make things and they will see them. And so that sort of motivated me to like, all right, well, if you like that, how about I just pour like 4 years into making a passion project that is too good for its own good. Put way too much effort into it. I
Oh,
thought,
man.
because at the same time, at the start, I'm like, it's Fania. It's the whole thing is a parody, but I'm gonna have so
Yeah.
much fun putting a stupid amount of effort into it anyway.
So, okay, I have another question. So,
Yeah.
since, Marisu and everything, that's actually, he was the guy who actually got me interested in the fan base. So, the game, correct, that you were making, it's VR,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, it is VR. I wanted it ties into the story in a way where you're like, I I will tell you the beginning in a briefest way possible for you.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of the game, it just opens up and you're standing in this black void. It's got like this fog around you, and this big manga book is in front of you,
Okay.
and it flips open and it like glows and you get sucked inside the story. So I wanted VR to be perfect for that. So you're actually in their world. You're visiting them.
Wow, that's really interesting. That's actually a really good concept, and honestly, from what I'm hearing, it does sound like it is a perfect kind of setup. It's not like, you're on a computer and it actually gives you more in depth into the story. That's really nice. So, one person that has been kind of making me scratch my chin a little bit is Mr. Gold. Who is that?
So he is very important to the story. In fact, the first comic is all about his origin story, even though it may not seem like it at first from what you may have already seen.
Yes.
Um, Mr. Gold, he's like this domino effect that there's this catalyst that sets off everything else. Imagine FNAF, but from a fan perspective, using outdated theories and outdated ideas,
Mhm.
and then trying to cobble that all together into its own unique story, but is loosely based on the events of FNAF, just following the major plot points.
Like the Bite of
So,
83 and everything, correct? Or
yes, so the Bite of 83 gets mixed up a little bit in our story.
Mhm.
I can't say too much, but I will say that there is this thing that kind of is our stand-in as people. It's this thing that is orchestrating the whole universe and how it works. It is grabbing information that it knows, but it doesn't know the real story, it just knows what fans know. So it's grabbing what it knows, and it's trying to make its own version of the story. It's trying to so it's using things like the name Evan. You know Evan, the crying child, is the fan name. We
Evan
don't know the
Bishop?
official name.
Yeah.
Yes, Evan Bishop. We don't know the official name. nor does this thing know the official name of William Afton. It knows the fan name, Vincent Bishop, which at the time of his release was the most popular rendition of William Afton before William Afton was ever even named.
Mm-hmm.
So it knows these fan concepts, it doesn't know the real concepts.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah. Sorry, I may get confused halfway through my sentence and end up going a bit of a tangent and then forget what your actual question was.
No. It's 100% understandable. This is my first time ever actually interviewing someone, so it's kind of a fun experience for the both of us.
It's my first time being interviewed, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm actually quite surprised you accepted it, even for me being a very small channel. Like, I'm surprised you actually accepted. So I thank you for that.
Well, you may not have a billion subscribers and all that, but you're interested in what I have to say, and you're going to show people what I have to say, which is all that matters to me.
Yeah, and
I'm glad someone's interested.
Yeah, and of course, I just hope that my video can do justice as well.
Well, I know this is an interview for me, but I got to ask, what did you think of it when you first saw like all these characters and everything, especially all of them combined in the same story?
For me, I was actually very intrigued, quite confused on how the actual story would play out. That's what really got me like thinking a lot more, and that's what actually got me interested, is because I was like, I wonder how this story is actually going to play out. So that's kind of what got me into it and sent me down the rabbit hole. Thank you so much, Bear. All right, another question. So the Nightmarian. I was reading a little bit on it. So he is sent thousands to the grave, correct? He is the 10th greatest Reaper in hell, quote unquote.
Yes.
So there was many before him. How old is he, and where is his origins? Because he does say, like, you know, bonjour and everything. So is he French, or is he just like a guy who just likes pretending?
He is definitely French. I don't know. We haven't written down his exact age, I'll be honest with you. But his earliest point in the timeline, because we will eventually touch on it in a comic eventually. We have plenty of comics like written down. But his earliest point in the timeline is it's referenced as well. If you look at the comic, you know how he looks at his board and goes, "I've taken thousands to the grave." You can see pictures of characters there.
Yes.
I believe we put Oppenheimer there and some other random faces, but we definitely put Hitler was one of the faces there. See him on the board there.
Oh.
So yes, there is going to be a comic where he's actually like in World War II. He's not a soldier, but as a Reaper that's going to collect the souls of everyone who's dying.
Okay,
and
like
that's about his. He's definitely very old as a Reaper. They're obviously very old.
Another question: he's on a mission, right, to take Evan Bishop's life, correct? Or otherwise he will bind with the animatronic, correct?
Yes. So how it works is he has 5 nights, pun intended. Well, not even pun, just logic intended. He has 5 nights to kill this kid before the injuries that he's already taken will kill him naturally. If he dies naturally, he bonds with the suit.
All right.
But this Reaper is trying to take his life before it happens.
And the suit is Mr. Gold, correct?
Yes, and you can see like Mr. Gold has crushed the kid. So instead of the bite of 87, because these are anime characters, they can't exactly unhinge their jaw to bite someone's head off. What they can do, however, is he's this big hunking machine that has hugged this kid and has crushed him. There's a good reason why he's hugged the kid instead of anything else, but I can't really tell you. Oh, it does say it in the comic, but you don't really see them. He will be having the Drakil be his assistants that are trying to kill Evan in his dreams. So this next comic, I'll tell you a little bit. And so I don't know. I'm sure you probably saw their artworks.
Yeah, I saw that you sent me the Bonnie one, which looks really amazing, I'd say.
Yeah, there's 4 of them total, and they will be assisting Nightmarion to kill Evan. Although, maybe he'll have someone in his dream that is trying to help him. Maybe 2 people. I can't tell you. But,
darn it, man. You're killing me here.
You're welcome.
We're going to talk on a little bit about some of the other characters that I've written down here. So, who's Matt?
Matt.
Matt.
How could you not know Matt?
How
Matt.
Have
you failed us like this?
I'm sorry.
It's Matt. It's the Matt, bro.
I'm sorry.
Matt is from the fan game Day Shift at Freddy's.
Day Shift.
You ever...
Oh, I think I've heard of it. Yeah, it's probably somewhere locked in the back of my mind, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
It is a great game. You should play it sometime. But Day Shift is it's a very wacky take on FNAF, obviously taking place during the day shift,
Mhm.
and it's got these usual PNG characters that just obviously just a picture of someone. They put them in different poses. Matt is the shopkeeper in that game, and he's down the prize corner, and you can buy stuff from him. You can buy drugs from him. You can buy explosives from him. You can do just about anything, and he's famously known as a virgin. That's like his one thing. He's like, "Ah, I see you're still a virgin," and he goes, "Yes, of course." And he has this creepy robotic voice. It's very funny. Trust me, you have to be there. And
I'll have to check it out.
it's great. He's a fan favorite, so we added him in, and he is the shopkeeper in our game. But he won't be in the game until at least chapter 3 because the game is broken up into chapters.
All right,
Hmm.
so when you told me to brighten the image of the mangle, right? You told me to do that.
Yes,
So I did.
yes.
Why is purple guy hiding in the shadows? Did he have something to do with Mangle?
He may have had something to do with Mangle. Let's just say, if you've seen Mangle's normal artwork, she's very friendly. Out of all the characters, she is the only one who will not harm the Night Guard in any way, shape, or form. She's super friendly, super shy. She's the only innocent animatronic that would never harm a fly.
Mhm.
However, you may notice that she has these black, shadowy characters around her.
Yes.
They, on the other hand, would be very protective of Mangle because she's the only one that won't hurt anyone. So if Mangle gets hurt, those souls will take control, and they will kill anything they see out of protection of Mangle.
All right, so considering that, is the story going to be like a butterfly effect type game? Like, will you have multiple
Um,
options?
no, there's one set path,
All right.
but um, basically what you'll have is you'll have your day shift and your night shift. Yes, Mike's working a fair few hours, but not a ludicrous amount. Like he's getting the last 2 hours of that day shift, and then he switches over to night shift from there. And during the day shift, you'll get one mini game per character, whether it be a Bonnie repair mini game, a Chica kitchen mini game, or a Mangle mini game. But to go back to Mangle, let's just say Vincent had something to do with how she got damaged, and now that she is damaged, those ghostly characters around her, they'll kill anything they see.
What are the other few ideas that you have in store for the game? Like, I don't know how to quite say in like different terms from this broad spectrum question, but like,
Yeah.
is there going to be like
Like
any
gameplay
special?
mechanics?
Yeah. Like, what are the mechanics going to be like? Are you going to have to like physically walk around the room, or like, can you use the joysticks, or like, how is that going to work?
Uh, when you're in the office, we'll probably try to lock you to the spots because everything will be in reach. But outside the office, once you're at the day shift or the night shift has just ended and you're about to go home, you're able to walk down the hallways with your joystick or with your teleport, obviously, because people can get very dizzy very quickly or
Yeah.
motion sickness. Uh, but yes, but when you're in the night shift, ideally, we want to be able to lock them down so they can't just leave the room. Sort of like FNAF Help Wanted.
Hmm.
Uh, but the night shift, although the office in Fnia 1, because the whole map is based on Fnia 1 with some decent upgrades, of course. Despite it looking like a lot like the FNAF 1 office, there is a way more mechanics than just normal FNAF 1 because we want each animatronic to have their unique thing. We don't want them to be uh,
Cut
the
and
exact
dry.
same. Like in FNAF 1, Bonnie and Chica are technically the same thing, even if they appear in two different locations. Chica, I'll just give you some ideas. Chica can appear at the window like normal, but stuff like the door, that's not going to stop her. You close the door, she'll just jump through the window to grab you. And by the way, we are trying to make it scary. It's called Spooky Edition for a reason. But although story comes first, we are trying to make it pretty spooky.
Is there going to be like a
Well, I did.
hiding mechanic?
Um, no, she has bad eyesight, so you can use your handheld torch to actually like flicker in the face, and that will make her go away. But it's like what's it called? Uh, 3 attacks, you're out. You know, if she hits that glass 3 times, then it's game over.
All right.
On the third time, she'll leap through and try to kill you. So you gotta be paying pretty close attention, especially by the later nights, because obviously they get smarter and faster as FNAF does. But
Yeah.
actually, our game has a very unique gameplay mechanic that I don't see used in a lot of other games. Maybe it's for good reason, but I wanted to do something very unique. Um, you know how in FNAF 1, Bonnie is always going to go to that left door. Cheek is
Mm.
always going to go to that right window. Freddy is always going to do her thing or his thing. Um, in our game, we have two difficulty settings. We have the normal difficulty to make them go fast and, do what normal FNAF does. And you got a secondary difficulty thing, also 1 to 20, called unpredictability. The higher that number goes, the more ways they can kill you, the more voice lines they'll say, and the more jump scares they'll give you. It's to make the progression through the night. No night will ever, hopefully, ever feel the same. That's the goal.
It
Good?
sounds like
Right.
I'm gonna need to buy a lot of underwear. So that's
Yes.
cool. All right. So another character that I was looking at, which seems a lot different than the others, was
Mm.
Freddy. So I was looking on the
Yes.
concept art. The spirit is chained to Freddy. Are you
Yes.
able to explain why that is? Why it's different?
It's a very big plot point, and the character encyclopedia, I do go over a little bit on the details of that. But considering it's already explained there, I can give a little bit of detail. So Mike is our main character, right?
Yes, Mike Schmidt.
Yes, Mike Schmidt, and he is it's based on Robotnica's Mike Schmidt from back in 2014, 2015.
All right.
In that story, he had the love of his life that he was trying to spend Five Nights at Freddy's to earn a ring to marry that woman. That was the goal. That woman's name was Doll. In our version, we've taken that twist on its head, where before he was motivated to work there because he wanted to buy that ring. In our version, he's motivated to work there because she died there and her soul is trapped in Freddy. And Freddy, let's just say, has a history with Mike and does not want him to ever see her again. And so she is the only soul that is locked away while the others are free to do whatever they want. And let's just say Freddy she is in control. She gives all the animatronics orders. Mangle's the only one that doesn't listen to her. But she gives the orders, and she is the main driving force to why they want to kill Mike.
All right.
So that's
Okay.
why she's chained up.
I just have a few more questions, and honestly, I'm kind of blanking out right now. So,
That's all right.
would it be? It's available on Game Jolt and Steam, right? That's where it's going to be mainly available.
Yes.
All
Honestly,
right.
we haven't actually put it up on Steam or Game Jolt purely because we're kind of scared that Amaris is just going to make a video and we're not ready for it. Like, God, we got to have some cool models to show him. We can't just show him artwork. He won't be impressed. We
Yeah.
got to wow him.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And you said the Fazbear and Friends, the old animation from a while back. That's part of it too, right?
It's not that exact episode is not actually doesn't take place in our story, but the characters and their location, the location partially does. I've already 3D modeled the whole thing. Actually, I was pretty proud of it. But the characters themselves are definitely a part of the story. Basically, that whole thing I was talking about, where something is orchestrating this whole universe to coexist. It has like two goals, right? It wants to tell a really good story and save as many forgotten characters as possible. So it's collecting these characters from all parts of the FNAF community and mushing them into one story where everything connects. Everything that was popular anyway. It's their second chance in the spotlight. So these characters, these Fazbear and Friends characters, are added to the story, but they aren't necessarily the same ones they once were. They are in this story with a different timeline, with a different turn of events. That's why you see in the newest artwork, you see Freddy is much more distorted and spooky when he wasn't in the original. It's a completely original thing because it's new to this story. Because the way that they you know how they have their robotic look, right? And they flicker between that and the show?
Yeah.
We have a canon explanation for that. And it's also the canon explanation for why he's starting to look so distorted. Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
let you theorize on that if you want. I'm working on the new comic now, and it should be out maybe in a month, hopefully. But yeah.
It's probably an annoying one, but when do you think it might come out, or at least a trailer for it? The actual game.
I doubt it'll be this year. I'll give you that much.
All right.
Probably halfway through next year. No, probably a quarter of the way through next year. We should have at least a trailer because we're working on 3D models at the moment, and to be honest, that's the hardest part because it's thousands of dollars if you want to get a proper 3D artist to make these anime characters look good in 3D. So it's been ages spent trying to look for a great 3D model. We found one now. We're hopefully going to be able to make some really great 3D models, and
And
that's when trailers can really start getting kicked in.
all right. And who made that 3D model? Do you know? Or do you not want to share that information?
He goes by the Watcher. Or at least he's on my Discord right now. But he's on at the moment. He's closed off all his other commissions. He's just working for us at the moment, anyway.
No. That's fine. I wasn't going to ask you for
Yeah.
anything. I was just curious. Have you heard of the game Fnia Reborn or Fivenightsinanime Reborn, made by Sassy?
Yes, Sassy, and the co-director is Bucket Knight, who, believe it or not, is the co-director of this project.
Yeah, I did see that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Might have to try to get with him next. Who knows? Maybe I can. Maybe I can't.
He was going to be here. I told him about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was going to be in the call," but he got pulled away last second. So
All the main questions done. So, is there any questions you got for me?
no. I've got nothing. I'm not curious about you at all, actually.
Ouch, that hurts, bro.
I'm sorry.
Ow,
I'm
ow.
joking.
Okay, I just saw this. Oh, I don't know why I didn't ask about this character. Who's Pop-chan?
Pop-chan. She's made by Himu. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She is, well, to be more specifically, Pop-chan is Pop Goes. You know, Pop Goes the Weasel from the fan game.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Made by Kane Carter. He's part of the fanverse. Most fanverse games are in the universe of SP, but some of them get the anime fight. Like if you want, you'll probably have like the actual official release by the time your video comes out. But at the moment, we're working on Candy, an anime version of Candy. I just sent you that too. It's a sketch. But tonight we want to get anime versions of all the fanverse characters, except for Flumpties. Flumpties is staying the exact same because I love Flumpties.
How much is this project costing you so far? And
I've got a job for a reason, let me tell you that much.
oh gosh.
No, honestly, it's actually pretty cheap, all things considered. My main artist is very well priced for what her work is. I'm very happy with her work, and it is good. I just get so much of it that yes, it does catch up to me in the end. The only one who's actually getting paid is our artist. Everyone else is working for free. So yeah.
Jeez. So who's the artist?
I never pronounce the name right because I always pronounce it in my head as Bachanta, but I think it's. I'll just show you the screenshot of the name.
Alright.
Yeah, Bachinta. Yeah, she's our lead artist. She's great. And you know, she has a Fiverr account. She does commissions, but she's also closed them off so that only us can access them. Otherwise, if I posted her, everyone would spam her. I don't really want that.
All right,
cool beans. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. You really honestly made my day. You made my night. And who knows, you maybe made my channel. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Let's hope it blows up, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. See you then.
All right. Peace out. Huge thank you to SpaceBear for doing this interview with me. And other than that, there's a lot of information that has been gathered throughout this video that has been really helpful into the insight of the game and the lore. But my head hurts. I just need sleep. Ooh, I can't show that image. Jeez. I just got flashbanged on Twitter.